Alright guys, I'm here today and I'm playing this guitar again at the request of you guys. Some of you guys thought that my live sound demonstration of this was not the best sound demonstration, and I totally understand because, I did use just a little cheap practice amp and it was recorded live on an iPhone about 4 feet away, so it didn't exactly do it justice. I didn't realize you guys actually wanted to hear how the kit pickups in this thing sound. I was really just more demoing it just to show you guys that it is playable. Because when we buy a kit, I think we pretty much always have it in our minds what pickups it's gonna end up with eventually. So really, who cares what pickups it comes with it? But you guys thought it wasn't a fair sound demo, and guess what? You are right. So I'm gonna lay down some samples for you the proper way with some actual recording software so you guys can hear what this kit sounds like out of the box. I'm Dan, this is Guns and Guitars. Let's get started. Cool, good. So, after playing and jamming on this thing for over a week now, I have to say that my opinions in my original sound demo are still valid. I think this is a very cool guitar, and if you get all the pieces with it, then I think it's good for the price. I think my original disappointment during my unboxing video came from the fact that, and I looked back at the spec sheet, and I'll throw a screenshot up there so you guys can see what I'm talking about, but they told me that it was going to be a carbon fiber neck with a carbon fiber fretboard, and it's not. It's some sort of, carbon impregnated plastic. And they told me it was going to have Fishman influence pickups, which I think was the original idea, which is why there's a battery box, a useless battery box on there. And those got swapped out for these Bellcat cheap Chinese pickups, which, as you just heard, don't sound all that great. They sound like your standard kit pickups, which is the reason why I didn't really feel the need to do a legitimate sound demo of this, because I figure most people that are buying this kit, knowing that it's going to come with Bellcat pickups, are probably planning on upgrading those anyway. So I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But I was proven wrong. You guys wanted to hear it. And then lastly, they told me that the price was going to be $299, and it turns out the price is $359. So all that bundled together with the fact that it came with some missing screws for the neck and some other little, issues here and there. The nut wasn't set up properly. The bridge has a wonky saddle on it and stuff. But now that I've actually had it completed and in my hands for, a week now, and I've gotten a chance to play it quite a bit, my opinion is that this is going to be a good kit when they make sure they ship with all the right parts, right? And if you think about it, whenever you buy a kit, you're going to be replacing the pickups and the hardware and all that stuff anyway, right? You're building your dream guitar. That's the whole point of a do-it-yourself kit. And so if your dream guitar is a chambered aluminum body and a carbon impregnated plastic neck, which, it's not quite carbon fiber, but it is cool. I do really like the neck, and that's something I said in my last video. I do really like the neck. The frets are finished really well on it. There's a couple of, spots where it could be fixed a little bit better probably, but all in all, I do really like the neck, surprisingly. For it being not what I thought it was going to be. I do really like the neck. So when you think about that, and you're paying $359 for a kit like this, you're paying for the gimmick. You're paying for the aluminum body and the carbon neck, right? So if you think about the kind of kit that you would buy in that price range, it would probably be, think about like your standard Les Paul or something, but instead of just having like a flame maple veneer, you want to have a 1/2 inch thick flame maple cap or a 1/2 inch thick spalted maple cap. You're going to be paying a similar price just for a neck and body with that gimmick on it, right? So if the gimmick you're going for is the chambered aluminum body with a carbon neck, then $359 is not a bad price for this. You can take that price and you can throw in a couple $100 for some serious pickups and maybe another $100 for some serious hardware, and you'd end up with, a $600-ish guitar, but it's gonna be better than probably any other $600 guitar that you can buy. Certainly for that price, you're not gonna find something with aluminum body and a carbon neck, right? So I think the kit is still a good value. But like I said in my other videos though, these are just not ready in the quality control department, okay? Making sure you get all the parts and pieces that are supposed to come with it. That's where they are lacking, okay? Dylan from Dylan Talks Tone got a kit without a neck. I got a kit without a couple of screws. No big deal. I had some screws laying around. But just know that if you're getting these now while they're still new and fresh, you're going to be dealing with some of those quality control issues. I do think this is going to be a great guitar once they have those issues worked out. So, and I still hate the placement of the output jack, and I did try to flip it upside down so that it came in this way, which I thought made a little more sense, but there's actually not room, and the aluminum just tapers down too low right there. There's not enough clearance for the jack to go in at that angle. So when I build this up, and I will because I really like this guitar, I'm going to build it up with some sweet hardware, some sweet pickups, and when I do, I'm also going to relocate that jack, and I think this is going to be a really cool guitar. So definitely stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you haven't already, and click that bell notification. Until next time, I'm Dan, this is Guns and Guitars, and I will see you in that next video.